Hey everybody, Greg Ryder coming at you. And I got to tell you, I'm excited because you guys know that every single time you see me, every single time I do a training, what do I start with? What do I start with? You know this, mindset minute. And then my daughter coined it and changed it to mindset moment because I never stick it to 1 minute because I believe that there's nothing more important in life than getting your mindset right. When your mindset's right, it changes everything. And today I have a special guest. We're going to do a quick interview because he's got a book that he's released that you need to own. And I'm going to make you guys a special offer and I'm going to bribe you to go buy the book. I'm even going to bribe you to go buy 10 books so you can give them away to somebody because this will change people's lives. Now, with that being said, today's guest is a gentleman by the name of Steve Sachs. And Steve, it's not every day you get to interview or talk to anybody that has 2 world champions under their belt and has accomplished the pinnacle of the sports world, becoming a champion. So let me bring him on stage. Steve, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Greg. Good to be with you.
So real quick, tell the audience just a little bit about your background and kind of how you got into the sports field. And then we'll move right into the book. And then we're going to talk about your new book that you've released called Shift.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Northern California on a farm and a lot of personal responsibility and self-reliance as a kid. 4 siblings, and we have a very tight family. We're still all very close today. And I had a dream when I was a little boy. I just wanted to become a Major League Baseball player. I threw all my eggs in one basket. This is the only thing I wanted to do. And I was obsessed with being the best that I could be. And I constantly was trying to put myself in a position to be successful. And fortunately, it worked out for me. So I've always wanted to be a baseball player. I set my sights on it at a young age and made it happen.
Very cool. So I want you guys to take this as a learning. We always are trying to teach and coach and mentor. What did he say? He said he went all in. There was no plan B. He burned the ship. I can tell by just what he just said. He burned the ship. He was going to accomplish what he wanted to accomplish, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely burn the ships. I no question about it. It's either you win in the victory on that island. As you look back in the ocean, the ships are gone. They're burning. There's no chance to go back and go another way. It's either you die there or you conquer, and that's what we did. That's what I did.
No, I love that. And again, every single person that's obtained any level of success will tell you something similar, that you have to have that obsession with your dreams and your goals, right? So now,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was going to say, there's no doubt about it. And people talk about this as, when I talk about obsession's a great thing. And it's not a crazy thing where you're beating yourself in the head with a bass drum mallet. Oh, I'm obsessed. No, all it means is you're not going to take anything else but, accomplishing that goal and thinking about it. Thinking about it when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night. That's what obsession is.
Okay, so let's talk real quick about your book. What inspired the book? And what is the ultimate goal of this book for the end reader? Like, what's the benefits and what's the actual, what you hope the reader gets from your book?
What I want them to take away from reading this book is that they got to be the best that they can be. Leaving it on the table. People ask me all the time, hey, do you miss baseball? My answer is a fast one to anybody that asks me if I miss playing professional baseball. The answer is no. Absolutely, I don't miss it. Because I left everything on the field. If I had some regrets or felt like I didn't get the most out of what God gave me, then I would have said, yeah, I probably do miss it a lot. I wish I would have done this, or I have some regrets. I have 0 regrets, even the bad times, because when you fail, when you go through times that are trying, which are absolutely critical to being successful, those are the times where you really appreciate what you were able to accomplish. So when people talk about failure, the fear of failure, that's an important topic that a lot of speakers speak about, and I do myself. It's critical to go through the land of failure, which we're all going to go through. Michael Jordan famously said, if it wasn't for the times where he failed or, missed the game-winning shot that he had in the palm of his hand and, missed the shot, the buzzer went off and they lost. If it wasn't for those times, he would have never been the iconic figure that we see and know today, because failure is very, very important to making it to the point where you want to get.
And it's inevitable, right? You cannot get to where you want to get without some failures along the way. It's just impossible. It doesn't happen.
It's exactly right. And it's, see, look, here's a couple of things I know for a fact is that you can deal with a couple of things. I can control the way that I prepare myself, and I can react a certain way to what happens to me. Everything else is almost none of your business, right? What the final outcome is, that's a lot of that's in God's hands. I really believe that, but I can control the way I prepare. Which I think is the key to everything. Where you breed confidence, it's where you find a lot out about yourself, is in your preparation. If my preparation's there, hey, I'll roll the dice with that. And how I react to what happens to me. Those two things I can control them. Everything else is not in my control.
That's what we call pure gold. These are the little success tips that get you through life, which is why when I met Steve and he said he wrote the book, I'm like, I want to help you promote it. I want to help you promote it because, and as you heard me on the intro, Steve, we do trainings 2 or 3 times a week. And for the last 4 or 5 years, every single time, actually, I wouldn't say every single time. I probably missed 1 or 2 times, but almost every single time I start with the mindset minute and I do something. And I don't even think of myself as a motivational coach or a mindset coach, but I love it. So the book is called Shift. And I love, again, I say this. I say, change your mindset, change your life. Your title says, change your mindset and you'll change your world.
Yes.
And that's even stronger because now you're affecting the people around you.
Yes.
Right? Where it's
real leaders, Greg, I believe, don't just go there by themselves. They bring people with them. That's what they do. And that's another chapter I have in the book, is they bring people along with them. Right. So, right. I mean, your goals and your mindset are really the foundation of what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, it even goes a little deeper than that. It goes about what you think about, because what you think about the most in your life is going to grow the most. So in turn, your thoughts will crystallize into a habit. Those habits will then solidify a circumstance that you're living in. You're going to create a circumstance that you're living in simply by what you think about every day. And it's important, even down to trivial thoughts. It's important what you put in this computer on your shoulders. It's extremely important to keep in the positive and jettison out the negative, because a lot of people think, oh man, I'm a victim of my circumstances. And no. You're the product of what you think about right now. It's going to dictate how you live and the circumstances with which you live in the future, simply by what you're thinking about. The positive thoughts, the nature of what you put yourself in your head is going to create where you're going to live in the future. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I love that. And I remember, I think it was Jim Rohn, or I picked up this thing. I don't know exactly said the quote, but it's like, once you learn how to control your thoughts and emotions, that's how you can really control your life. But it's so apropos. So here's what I'm going to do. Your time is super busy. I know that you agreed to do this. So here's what I'm going to do. Everybody listening to this, if you go to stevesaxspeaks.com, on his website, you'll see the book. You'll see a buy now book. You go buy the book and you send me your receipt to support@launchcart.com. You send your receipt to me at support@launchcart.com, and I'm going to deposit $100 into your design marketplace account for LaunchCart. So all of our LaunchCart sellers, you're going to go spend $20 or whatever it is, and I'm going to give you $100 in your account. Now, here's another thing I'm going to do. If you go buy 10 books and you agree to give away 9, and maybe even give away the 10th one after you read it, but you buy 10 books and you send me your receipt, I'm going to give you a lifetime account of LaunchCart. I'm going to give you a free lifetime account of LaunchCart Ecom for life. Now that's $297 a month. That's a $3,700 offer for you to go spend a couple $100 to bless yourself and to bless other people. Now, I've never done this before, but I really wanted to support Steve and his book sales and what he's doing. And I want you guys to know, I'm seriously, it's straight up, it's an ethical bribe. Where did I learn this? I learned from my guy like Dan Kennedy, these guys who teach me marketing. I'm going to reward you for taking action. And then the book is going to bless you and change your life and then change your world. So go do it. Send your receipt to support@launchcart.com. And you say, Greg said he's going to give me this. He's going to do this. My support department will get a hold of me and I'll do it for you. So with that being said, I want to say thank you, Steve. Last set of words and we'll wrap it up.
Hey, look, I believe the golden rule is this: treat others like you want to be treated. And like you're doing today, Greg, and offering this to people is a great start. And it starts with great relationships and great chemistry. And whatever you put out there in the universe is going to come back with you. So thank you for doing this.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve. And everybody, remember this: do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. Then tell somebody you love them, and I promise you'll have a better day. We're signing off.
Thank you.